Good morning, friends. Hey, R0 here. Let's see. So it's Monday morning, 3 in the morning. I'm about to get ready for work, as you know. Today's date? Oh, the 6th. So today is the 6th. No, it's not. It's the 7th. It's the 7th. I'm sorry. Anywho, uh, yeah, this is coming off of a great Sunday. Yesterday I introduced my family and most of my close friends to my girlfriend. And if you give me 1 second, because I don't know if you can hear in the background, but one of our puppies is just barking up a storm. Sorry about that. But yeah, Sunday was a great day for me. Um, this Sunday, mainly because of the fact that got to introduce my mom, my sister, my stepdad to my girlfriend. I don't think I actually introduced them the first time we dated, so there's that. Then, of course, I introduced him to my brothers, my best friend Danny, his girlfriend, and my other best friend Sean, and of course Steven, of course, because all three of them live together. Well, all three of them except for Aaron. Anywho, either way, I got to introduce them to her, and so far it seems like everybody likes her. So that's what I'm talking about. So I'm happy right now. Everything went through with success, and I'm just happy. Okay. So, meanwhile, today begins the first day of a 5 day, 2 month long journey of working essentially 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. 11 to 12 hour shift at work. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to bust ass. Why? Because I'm a hard worker. I tried my best. I tried my utmost best. But yeah, I think we're gonna actually structure today's rant, so to speak. Sweet Christmas. Yeah, but we're gonna structure today's video. All right, so I'm gonna talk about um showing them as a tribe. Oh yes, the tribe. Now this is one show that I randomly got into. But yeah, if you see my Road to Kamen Rider video, um, you'll know that there's this one show I got into around the time I was like I want to say I was sophomore in high school, sophomore or junior, I can't remember. I'd say sophomore because it's just when I moved to Fayetteville, Peachtree City area. But there was this one show I got into called The Tribe. Um, I was on the third season of it. It was on the third season when I got into it. But yeah, the show is about um the show is about a group of kids, teenagers, and young kids surviving after a virus. After a virus uh kills the entire unalives the entire adult population. Um and kids all the kids that are left over pretty much form different tribes. Um which is more essentially just a bunch of gangs. around this world. Anywho, so the show we're introduced to a group that would later be known as Mallrats. We actually see them come together for the first time. We have if I can remember everybody correctly. In fact, I'm just gonna go to Tribe World. Yeah, that's the website to go to if you're a big fan of the tribe. It's called www.tribeworld.com. Anywho, so most well, it changes up a little bit, but it used to have a lot more structure to it. Now it's just a reading page. Ooh, ooh, yeah, but it looks like it's just gonna be in German. Sorry, I just saw that they're putting the first season on Blu-ray, which would be great. Then I can buy the first season again and the second season again. But anywho, um, where are you? Okay, Travel World doesn't have it anymore. Characters. Okay, here we go. So when it comes to the first season at least, I'm just gonna bring up the first season group. We have, of course, the leader of the Mallrats. Well, I consider her mainly the leader of the Mallrats. Everybody considers her mostly the leader of the Mallrats. This is before, you know, there's a big jump to feminism. So it was actually kind of cool at the time. But we have Amber, uh, who kind of brings the group together in a way because in the beginning of the show, and this is not too much spoilers. I'm just gonna give you a brief description of them when they start the show. Well, at the beginning of the show, her and her friend Dell, who's also a member of this group, are trying to escape the city that they're in, so that they can avoid all the major gangs or tribes, such as the Demon Dogs, the uh, the Demon Dogs, the Roosters, and of course the main ones that we were going to talk about for the first two seasons, the Locust or Locos. Okay, they originally going to leave the city. Then she just happens to meet. She happens to see a little girl, Chloe. Um, just, this is just a brief description of the first episode. She happens to see a little girl named Chloe out the street who could have easily gotten hurt by most of the older kids. The gangs that are pretty much terrorizing this town. You know, in search for food and all that jazz. Um, yeah. So she saves Chloe, and Chloe leads her to Celine, my favorite character of the show. Okay, she goes through a whole bunch of stuff. At one point, she becomes even more empowered. I love season four Celine because season four Celine is like her taking over the reins. But I'm getting too far. Celine is one of my favorite characters. Okay. Uh, yeah, and Celine's pretty much taking care of uh trying to take care of Chloe and Chloe's, very uh and other children about Chloe's age, like oh, what was her name? Should know this by now. This is like something I should know by heart. Um, Jesus, that's not on here. All right, I can say it. I can remember. I can remember. Oh yeah, Patsy and Paul. Patsy and Paul being brother and sister. Paul being deaf, profoundly deaf. So he usually communicates sign languages. Um, That's all you're gonna give me? Oh, I clicked on Paul. Anyways, yeah. So you meet them, um, and eventually they're just chilling and all that stuff. And Amber's already decided that she's gonna stay closer to all these children and all that stuff, these younger children, because she just can't see herself, running away and looking out for herself when she can actually protect others. And on the other side of the tracks, we have Lex, Ryan, Lex and his friend Ryan and his girlfriend Zandra. They're trying to make a deal with the Locos, aka led by Zoot. Yeah, and remember the name Zoot for future videos because Zoot is a very important character in this entire series. Okay, um, he has a lot of connections with a lot of people, and primary antagonist. But Lex and Ryan and Zandra are, having a meeting with the Locos, led by Zoot and Ebony. Okay, no, it's kind of crazy because Ebony and Lex are Ebony, Lex, and in a way, Celine, Amber, and Trudy are some of the characters that you're gonna hear throughout the entire show. Okay, I haven't got to another person that you're gonna see. Anywho, but they're having a little meeting where Lex supposedly, Lex, who's very he can't read, he's illiterate, somehow is able to read. This is the one thing that still gets me this point. He's able to read the word scandalous. Okay, but Zoot is trying to figure out, you know, why does Lex and them want to be a locust? And Lex is like, yeah, well, it's scandalous. It's scandalous. And they're like, what? And everybody's laughing at them also. But anyways, they're supposed to be trading like supplies, like games and all that stuff. And then they mentioned food, and Loco's like, wait, you got food? I mean, you gotta remember, this is post adults. All the adults of the world have died. Not many kids know how to make their own food, or they're mainly just looking for whatever's left over. You know, mostly canned goods and stuff. And that's the reason why they have tribes is because they're trying to get as much food as possible, and they're beating the crap out of each other and killing each other just so they can get more food because they all know how to make it. Anywho, so eventually Locos chase after Lex. Oh yeah, there was another person a part of that group at the time. Oh man, what was his name? Glenn. Glenn. Okay, remember Glenn for the most of season one. So, like I said, I'm not going to go into the full details, but yeah, eventually Lex and Ryan and Zandra escape the Locust, with Lex pretty much leaving Glenn behind, and they run into the group of Amber, Celine, Dal, and the kids. So they're chasing them, and uh, Amber and the Amber, Celine, Dal, and the kids. They end up running into, well, a abandoned mall that's very secured somehow. And Lex, Lex and his gang follow afterwards. And just as they're think, okay, they're trapped, they're gonna get it by Lex. All of a sudden, security doors just fall down around Lex and his group, in, dropping them in between. And we meet my boy, my boy, Jack. Jack, whose mall is who has taken over this mall. It was his family's mall. I decided to save him, and he decides to team up with Amber and give them a place to stay because he has plenty of food, they have lights, and they have plenty of beds. This is small. This is the perfect place for any apocalyptic situation for you to go. In all honesty, if you know where the security system is, if you know how to lock the whole place down and fortify yourself in the mall, this is the reason why malls are apparent in like most zombie apocalypses. Just saying, a mall is a really good place to bunker down in sometimes. You know, you can get beds from the mattress. You can get beds or sofas from the the furniture place in the mall. You can get new clothes from all the the uh clothing stores in the mall. New shoes. Heck, you can even get entertainment. If you have enough power and all that stuff, if you know how to run a generator, you can do a lot. Even if you don't, you still possibly find some candles. There's always candle stores in the mall. Keep you lit up. Okay, you got plenty of food in the food in the what do you call it? Oh, I can't think of it right now, but I'm talking about the food area. I'm just saying, mall's a very good place to fortify. Eventually, we also eventually make a deal with Lex, be security, be the muscle, while Amber pretty much uh leads the whole group. And there we go. We had created the Mallrats. Now, in the creation of the Mallrats, we also are introduced to Bray and Trudy. Now, Trudy's about to have a baby. Trudy's as pregnant AF. Anyways, Trudy's pregnant, and Bray is trying to find a safe place for Trudy to have her baby, and for Trudy to actually live. He runs into the mall. uh he kind of stumbles onto Lex, who instantly has an issue with him. Amber slightly has an issue with him, and then eventually we're introduced to they're introduced to Trudy. And Trudy's like, oh, I'm about to have a baby and all that stuff, and he's just looking for a place to stay. Bray's trying to do the right thing. Um, and this is not Bray's kid, by the way. Okay. But eventually Bray and Trudy get accepted into the tribe, especially considering the fact that the second they actually got to the mall, Trudy started having the baby, and they figured out how to help her give birth. And by her giving birth, guess what? We now have the daughter of one of the major antagonists of the season, Zoot, one of the major antagonists of the show at whole, Zoot, aka Martin, aka the brother of Bray. Yep, that's who Zoot is. That's why Zoot is very important. Bray ends up becoming slightly important too, but we'll get to that later. So, anyways, one thing leads to another. Zoot dies. Um, Zoot dies, slightly killed by Lex. Um, and eventually, the baby gets named Brady because Trudy has a huge crush on Bray, who does not reciprocate. Bray's kind of a ladies' man in the first season in a way, and he has a immediate attraction to Amber. Best couple, just saying. Anyways, he has an immediate connection to Amber and Trudy. When finally deciding to name the baby, she combines the name of Bray and Trudy together to create Brady. At least that's the reason why she calls it. Anyways, eventually later on down the line, Paul disappears. We're introduced to KC, and then somehow Ty San becomes a part of the group. I forget how Ty San becomes a part of the group. She is best girl. She is one of my favorite characters as well. Yeah, but Tyson is one of my favorite characters as well. She only lasts up to like the third season. She shows up for a second in the fourth, near the end of the fourth season and the beginning of the fifth season. But she disappears again. Played by the talented Michelle Ang. So I hope I'm saying that right. Ong, Michelle Ong. But yeah, so that's the show. The show was pretty cool. I loved it. Nice take on how would you know live through a virus that would actually just wipe out the entire adult population, and how you would you survive. It's a really great story. It has a lot of drama. Fourth season kind of brings in some sci-fi, more sci-fi elements. With the introduction of the tribe known as Technos. The first season is just basically about all of them trying to come to a survival type situation. And the second season kind of introduces it really gives you the main plot points of what the Mallrats are about. I mean, especially season one, season two. Mallrats are basically the ones who always constantly save the city. Um, they're the basically the protagonists of the show, and they always stick their they always end up sticking their head in the business of any possible antagonistic tribe that wants to take over the city. It's great. I love it. Um, definitely get a chance. Definitely check it out when you can. I know they have a few. I know they have a tribe YouTube channel that you can see all five seasons on. So I would highly recommend watching this great show. I actually met some of the actors in person in real life, and some of the actors who have shown up on the show have actually shown up in Power Rangers. The girl played Trudy, um, Antonia Preble. She's played on uh, she's played on Power Rangers, Down of Thunder. She was also in. She was mainly, if you're gonna say anything, she's mainly in Mystic Force. She plays uh Udana's like assistant, which ends up getting better over time throughout the entire show. Yes, she is very the one that's kind of like bubbling assistant or training, which uh then we also have like the woman who played Amber, um Beth Allen. I've met her in person and she's so cool. Uh, she was in. She shows up mostly like at the end of SPD and Operation Overdrive. She's played. She plays the girl that Jack ends up with near the end of SPD, and Tyzon's girlfriend in Operation Overdrive. Also, the guy who plays Tyzon is Dwayne Cameron, who played Bray in the show, and he also showed up in episode of SPD and an episode of Dino Thunder. Then we also have the kid who ended up who was playing Casey in the tribe. He grew up, and now he was the Blue Ranger, Flynn, and Power Rangers, um, RPM. Yep, that Scottish bad boy. Then you also have let's see who else, because there was a lot of people from the tribe showed up in this show. Um, a decent amount. Uh, now I never actually mentioned this character, because he comes up in later seasons of the tribe. But character of Ram that shows up in the fourth, fifth season of the tribe, played by Tom Hearn. Tom Hearn played Devin in Power Rangers Thunder. Side character similar to side character who's like a part of a duo similar to Bulk and Skull in Sound of Thunder. Then we also have Mirama Smith, who played Maz in the tribe in the season 3 of the tribe, who ends up playing Principal Randall slash Elsa in Power Rangers Sound of Thunder. Then we also have let's see, there's one more person I'm thinking of. I was in the tribe. Oh, the most important person. Later on in the tribe, a character named Jay in the fourth and fifth season shows up, and he's played by oh god, why am I having so many uh head farts? Man, I gotta get ready for work in just a second, so I'm almost done with this video. Hunter McKnight. Oh yeah. Okay, so James Napier played Jay in the tribe, and he went on to play Connor McKnight in Power Rangers Thunder, and a random character in Ninja Storm, like the last two episodes of Ninja Storm. Um, Later retconned to be Connor's twin brother. Then yeah, that's pretty much it for Rangers Tribe coinciding, if I remember correctly. Pretty sure. I can't think of anything else. Anywho, either way, let's just say Tribe is a great show. I highly recommend you check it out. It's like I said, they have a YouTube channel. I think it was, let's see, if I can find it. Just look up the tribe official on YouTube, and I believe, let's see, they have playlists. Yeah, they have playlists. Just look for season. They have season one in English. Of all the seasons in English, there's like 52 episodes in each season. Um, and some seasons they have it in German or French. I think the first two seasons I have in uh, French and German. So, like I said, definitely check it out. It's a great show. They have an official podcast. They have a lot of stuff. So definitely check it out on YouTube. It's a really great show. I cannot stress to you how much of a great show it was. So with that, I'm done. I've hit 30 minutes. I've been trying to make it less than 30 minutes, but that didn't work. So sometimes things don't work the way you want them to. So you guys have a great day, great week, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.